three basic points which have to be made, and they become a message for the politicians in this country, the front bench politicians from all these parties. One, they have to understand that there is no equivalence between the Palestinian resistance and the Israeli occupation. When a country is occupied, whether it was Algeria, whether it was Vietnam, whether it's Iraq, whether it's any other country, always a resistance emerges. And it's no good saying it isn't a perfect resistance. If the occupation is ugly, you will not have a pretty resistance. So I say this very openly. If you want the tunnels to stop being built, if you want no rockets being fired, get out of Gaza. Get out of Palestine. One of Netanyahu's disgusting interviews this week has not yet been reported in any mainstream newspaper. It's an interview with an American Zionist journalist called David Horowitz. I'm very impressed so many of you have heard of Horowitz. And when Horowitz said to Netanyahu, tell me honestly, are you prepared to consider a democratic, sovereign Palestine? Netanyahu replied very clearly, no. And he's telling the truth. It's not just Netanyahu. This has been the policy of every successive Zionist government in Israel. They will not tolerate an independent Palestine. And that is why we say, if you're not prepared to tolerate that, then there's only solution, one state. And not a state based on the ethnic superiority of everyone. That's the first point. The second point is that the United States, its House of Representatives and its Senate, voted unanimously to back Israel whatever they do. And this country then calls itself a democracy. I make a plea from this platform. If there are a few Arab billionaires left in the US, and we know that they are, please buy a few senators. Buy them so that we never have unanimous votes again, just to save American democracy. Till then, we carry on the struggle, we carry on the fight, and it will be a long struggle. The tide is turning, but it is not yet turned, because the people in power in Israel are backed by the United States and backed by the European Union. And so pressure has to be built in Europe, in the United States, in Israel, in the Middle East, before Palestine will ultimately be free.